Ooga fucking Ooga cunts, and welcome back to another episode of CNN, the Cunt News Network. I don't know why, but I like emphasizing the whole cunt part. Anyways, tonight we've got a bunch of crazy shit for you. We've got Space Kingdom. We've got I-95 craziness and the electric slide. I don't really want to go into too much detail on them, but they are interesting to say the least. Tonight with me, of course, is my co-host, Ren from Reading Ren and Revelations. Ishtar. Usually you can find her over on the the Help for the Guildless channel and or her own Twitch streams, which she plays various games.
Hello, guys.
And Rob Como from The Mistaken Lunatics, where he and Mocha watch a bunch of crazy shit.
I just want to extend a voodoo curse to everybody listening. You're welcome.
On the audience. Yes. That
voodoo on you.
That is a wonderful greeting, Rob. And thank you for adding into the voodoo on you. Pretty sure that was Ishtar.
That was me, yes.
Good God.
It's only polite, Brockus, when somebody curses you to curse them back.
Fair enough. And of course, tonight we have a very special guest, Ren's Cleavage. Say hello, Ren's Cleavage.
Always welcome.
Yes. Very, very welcome on CNN every single time. Just a little bit of light news for everybody out there. I really don't like this, but honestly, I don't want to get yelled at by certain someone behind the scenes in DMs if I don't do this. I have a GoFundMe. I will eventually put it in the chat. I kind of got bullied by people today to actually make this GoFundMe. It's not much, but it's basically to cover certain medical expenses and living expenses that I actually am in need of. I was recently informed that my shoulder is only going to get worse by a medical professional and that I need to stop doing one of my favorite hobbies, which is drawing, unless I get this taken care of. Basically, if I get this stuff, I can get back to drawing, and if anyone is actually a fan of my artwork and likes how I've been progressing, you might want to, I don't know, spread the word around. I don't care if you actually donate or not, just spread it around. Make me feel a little better about myself.
Oh, Brockus, man, that sucks.
Yeah, and to be honest, the shoulder has only been getting worse.
And there is, isn't there like a Louis C.K. bit about shit like that? Or it's like, it's like, well, Doc, can't you just fix my shoulder? It's like, no, you just live with your shitty shoulder and try these exercises. It's like for the rest of your life.
Sadly,
like, what the fuck?
That's probably how. Yeah, that's how their insurance company has been treating me lately, man. Like, I'm not even joking. I keep asking them, hey, can I get surgery now? Can I get some medication, some painkillers, something? And they say, no, you just live with your broken fucking shoulder and hope to God you can actually do stuff.
Can you fap?
No, not really.
What?
I can only, if I want to break my arm.
Can you learn to fap with your left?
That goes nowhere. Believe me, I've been trying.
You gotta retrain your brain, buddy. It's worth it for this. This is like, nothing worth achieving was ever easy.
Well, and of course.
If there was something worth achieving, it would be to continue fapping.
Dude, anytime I talk about my drawing and people saying like, oh my God, I wish I could draw like you, I keep telling them the same thing. Practice. Practice will eventually get you to a level of mastery you never thought was actually inside you. You have to just work your ass off to get to that point. I was a shitty, terrible artist when I started off, but I kept at it. I kept trying new techniques. I kept trying to do things in this way.
Why are you still talking about art? I was talking about fapping.
No,
why are you changing the subject?
Because fapping
that
is an art.
An art into itself.
Exactly.
Yes,
thank you. And you can incorporate your right arm without working your shoulder too bad. You cup the balls a little, maybe tickle the grundle. There are workarounds. I'm trying to help you, Brockus.
Oh my God!
You can take my excellent sage-like advice, or you don't have to. It's no skin off my bone. All right.
I don't. Okay, too many.
It'll be skin off yours, but it won't be skin off mine.
Too many innuendos. We're gonna move on. We're gonna actually start this bitch off with one of Ren's stories. Ren, I know you got something triggerific for me, so let's hear one of your personal favorites, I suppose.
Valiant Comics superhero movie in development at Sony.
What?
Which one?
Faith, the plus-size superhero.
God damn it!
That's what I thought you said. That's what I thought you said.
Yes.
I don't want to see it, but I want to see Nurkish's video that's going to come out roasting it.
So Sony Pictures
Okay.
is developing a movie version of Faith, based on the Valiant comic series of the same name, with Neil Mortz, Toby Jaffe, and Dan Mintz attached to produce for Sony Pictures.
Who's playing Faith?
They have not said.
I bet you it's Amy Schumer.
Oh, that would be it was the role she what's his name is perfect for Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds is perfect for Deadpool. Amy Schumer is perfect for Faith. That was the role she was born to play.
Yeah,
and it'll be terrible.
Hey, Gem Max, I'm not a secretary, dude. Tell Brockus yourself.
Wait, what's going on now? Hell, that's it. Oh, you motherfucker! Okay, so yeah, Jem, I will explain this later, but Jem, you funny bastard.
Are you two fighting now?
No, we're not fighting. It's just he's being a smartass on Twitter.
Ah.
Anyway, back to Ren's story and me fucking hating the movie industry right now.
The studio has hired escape room writer Maria Melanick
Of
to
course.
write the script.
Wasn't that Jodie Foster?
I don't know.
No, that was Panic Room.
That was Panic Room you're thinking of. The Faith comic series is centered on Faith Hubert, a geeky teen obsessed with comics and science fiction, in addition to having the power of flight and telekinesis. Created by writer Jim Shooter and David Lapham, she is a member of the Hamburg Renegades and first appeared in 1992. And now she will be a movie.
Yeah, see, that's a little known thing. Is Faith has been around for quite a long while.
No,
However,
she has not.
Not a long
92.
while compared to others. 92, dude. That's fuck. How many years? Help me, math.
92, really? You need math for this?
That's over 20 years. So it's like 26 years.
Uh-huh.
And so that is around. That's
Okay.
around long enough. She's been around a while. 26 years is a while. That's older than a lot of people.
All right, let me go ahead and give you an example, or let me explain.
Well, I
how
know
the comic
what
book
old
industry
really.
works.
I know Silver Age and Gold. I know.
No. I will explain. Luke Cage actually came out in the 1970s during the blaxploitation. Again, I hate that fucking phrase, but the blaxploitation movement with TV shows, comic books, and just about anything they can do this with and shit. But Luke Cage himself, even though he started with his own comic book, did not actually stay in his own comic book. He eventually had to get moved around from one group to another, from one comic book to another. And even then, his books would sometimes not sell, to the point where he would have to disappear for a while. Just because her first appearance was back in 1992 doesn't mean Faith has actually been around for X amount of time. Most of the time, I don't notice the independent comic books, so there's a good chance that Faith has actually been around a lot longer than I'm actually thinking, but I'm pretty sure she was an unpopular character that fucking disappeared in the early 90s because nobody wanted to see or read about some fucking chick who didn't make sense.
Still counts as the character existing since 92.
Fair
and
enough.
now with all this fucking SJW push in comics in Marvel, then bam, she gets fucking the highlight again. She gets her own series. She gets back on the shelves, and it's a fucking disaster because nobody wants to see a fat superhero. First of all, isn't the fact that you're a superhero mean that you would lose weight during the course of superheroing?
Oh, she has
Is it really that?
Her
So
powers
she just
don't
floats
need-
around and just moves shit with her mind. She doesn't have to move to fight crime. She just floats her fucking tubby frame around to fight crime.
Okay. Devil's advocate here. I know some fairly hefty chicks who are very active, but they are still heavier women. It's just their body type. They eat right, they do work out, they're active in sports, but they're still heavy.
Yes, but are they morbidly obese?
No.
Faith
They're
is
not.
morbidly obese.
Yeah, see, I'm showing on the screen right now. Get there, one. This is what Faith looks like.
Okay, yeah, no. That makes no sense because let's face it, superhero work is freaking hard work.
Yeah, you got to move around. You got to you're getting exercise doing superhero work. Unless you just fly around and stop everything with your mind. You don't even have to lift your arms.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do give them props for wanting to have like a good role model for heavier people. I'll give them props for that.
No, yeah, I will give credit where credit is due. When you want to actually do the whole inclusivity thing across the globe or across the board and all that stuff, and you want to actually add some heftier, bigger people into your I guess repertoire, cast, roster.
There's
whatever.
a way to do it. You can do it. Brockus, I know you can tell me this off the top of your head. Who is one of the greatest X-Men villains of all time?
I think I know where you're going with this, and I'm going to bring up Blob.
There you go. Thank you very much. How long has he been around?
Blob has actually been around since the 1960s, during the around the same time of the X-Men's original inception, with Magneto and several other members of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants.
And is he or is he not a fan favorite of villains?
He's such a fan favorite that when he got depowered in the earlier 2000s, during right after the House of M story arc, when the Scarlet Witch actually said no more mutants, she depowered, I think it was 75% of the entire world's mutant population. And unfortunately, Fred Duke, aka the Blob, was one of the people hit by it. His mutant power of his fatness, his strength, and his durability and all that disappeared, and he just basically had a fuckload of excess skin that was so thick he couldn't cut through it and he couldn't commit suicide and so on and so forth. That pissed off a lot of fans, and they
that's sad.
said, "How fucking dare you do that to the Blob?"
You know, I read House of M. I don't remember that shit.
Oh, dude, they did not like what Marvel did to Fred. They went at Marvel hard. So much so that eventually Marvel gave us a new Blob. Or he got his powers back. I can't remember which. But yeah, we got the Blob back again. And he's just as fucked up as he used to be, where he actually legitimately eats people. I'm not even kidding about that. He will eat people.
See, if they had fun with her powers like that, it could be so much more palatable.
Honestly, if they made her a big girl who at some point in the comic books took it upon herself to actually be more active, to where she wasn't quite as big and wasn't giving everybody this really bad fucking idea that obesity is completely healthy. If that was the case, then I'd be a little more okay. But Faith, if you actually read the comic books, if you actually go in and pay attention to the comic books, she is very inactive when she's not actually being a superhero and stuff.
Yeah, she sits and eats ice cream and fucking sits on her computer.
Yeah, tubs of ice cream, family-sized bags of chips at a time, stuff like that. She just watches Netflix, binge watches whatever the fuck it is, and just devours food and stuff. She essentially has the super nerd life. And then she, of course, has a super skinny, attractive boyfriend who apparently finds her beautiful regardless of how she physically looks, blah, 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 blah. It's this whole idea that, you know, cool, yeah, you're in love with somebody for the personality, not for the way they look. Good for you, man. But her
personality is shit too.
His personality is garbage as well. Like, both of them stuck as characters. Like, if a fat chick read that and actually appreciated good writing, she would be mad at Faith. And I only know this because one of my heavy-set comic book friends got fucking mad when I brought up Faith. She was just like, I fucking hate that character. I was like, why? Because she makes all fat women seem like just sad, pathetic fucking nerds. I mean, I am, but I don't need people getting that impression of me. It was just, it's fucking dumb. Faith is a good idea executed poorly. That's most of the time what these really are. It's a good idea executed poorly. And honestly, I'd really like them to stop doing that because it's making people hate these characters and hate these ideas more and more. You want more gay characters? Stop taking co-opting characters that already exist, like Iceman, and basically saying, now Iceman loves dick. Oh,
but don't you know Iceman? But don't you know Iceman's gay?
Okay, yeah, let's ignore the last 50 plus years of him basically hooking up with one woman after another, being essentially a coxman.
But he's gay. Jean Grey said so.
Yeah, Jean Grey, the powerful psychic who has the ability to influence a person's entire personality within a whim without ever them finding out. Yes.
You know, I think Faith would be a much stronger character if they emphasize, like, maybe the fact that she's overweight has something to do with her powers, like some weird body chemistry thing, like her powers produce fat cells or some shit like that. It's a byproduct or something.
Yeah, see,
some
I like
weird
that.
explanation. And then you showcase how that affects her fucking crime fighting and is a barrier to really, and you know, don't you have to make it like such a bad thing, but make it something adverse that she has to overcome. Some adversity she has to overcome.
I like where you're getting at this, and I will give you all several examples of how fat people are done right when it comes to stuff like this. Example number one, the Blob, and it's super strong, super durable. He's essentially the immovable object. Fantastic character arc, right? I mean, the guy is essentially a bad guy, but he's not always a complete fucking asshole in the comic books. Although,
he's a bad guy because he was always fucking picked on for being so goddamn fat.
Exactly,
he's got resentment like he is.
Naruto, for the anime weeaboo fans out there who actually like Naruto, I watched the entirety.
I love Naruto. Actually,
calm down, look, I watched the entirety of the first season. Shoji is the character I'm referring to. He's basically a fat guy, but he's fat because his ninjutsu technique requires him to be that fat because he has to be that big to store all of that chakra, all of that energy for his family's secret ultimate technique, which is
expansion.
It's powerful as fuck too.
Yeah.
Like when you think about it, he's on the upper echelon of power scale. When you actually size up him and the rest of the fucking class in their, like, you know, first year during that first season and stuff, the only reason why Sasuke, Naruto, and I want to say at least two other characters are a little higher tier than him is because of whatever secret technique or secret demon fox was in there.
Yeah. Naruto's got the fucking fox in there. That's a pretty damn big advantage.
Oh, it's a huge advantage. It's essentially saying that without that fox, you ain't shit. But yeah, so there's all of that stuff going on. And Choji was a great fucking character for things like that. They even had other characters. I actually created a fat character based off.
I'm sorry to interrupt. We have a super chat, $2 from American Phoenix. Yay, Ren is on. Here's money.
Hey man, American Phoenix loves the ladies.
Take that money makers for American Phoenix. There, Ren.
I love
Friends Cleavage is earning us money tonight.
Yes. Yeah, Cleavage is like money.
Shake it.
Boing, 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 boing.
But yeah, I do agree with Rob. If there was some sort of thing about her bigness that, you know, incorporated into her powers and stuff like that, maybe she has to be that big in order to actually use her flight for some reason, you know? Like her body is absorbing whatever energy in the air that allows her to actually levitate, and that's how she's able to fly.
Something, and it just absorbs mass along with her fucking power. Yeah, they could come up with some fucking, it's a comic book, man.
It's an unfortunate side effect, but it's a clever one. It works.
Yeah.
And it's something that a lot of people would basically accept, and they would actually sit there and say, you know what? That's actually pretty fucking clever. And then, of course,
there's a lot of people's powers who deter. Like, look at Beast, for example. He fucking hates that his powers cause him to fucking. I mean, he eventually accepts it, but he doesn't like that he's blue and furry, and that his powers cause him to look like a fucking monster. You know what I mean? That's been a huge story arc for Beast.
Yeah.
And Rogue, you know, there's a lot of powers out there that come with drawbacks. and
Okay.
that these people have to overcome.
Real quick, I have to acknowledge that there's a three-way conversation going on in the chat. Annie, Tennessee Marine, and fucking I think it's actually just Annie and Tennessee Marine, but Batman is also throwing in his little 2 cents and shit. Because they're talking shit on me talking about comic books. Hey, that was actually the topic. I'm not deviating.
That was the opening. That was the opening one.
Yeah. So
It was to let Brockus let it all out, so he's in a good Zen-like state for the rest of the dicketry that we have for tonight.
I have a horrible feeling about some of the other stories. Look, Faith is one of those characters that could have actually been executed good. She did seem like an interesting character at first. I actually was willing to give Faith, originally when I had first heard of her, I was willing to give Faith a try, except I had no idea where her powers were. And in the advertisements for Faith being pushed to having her own comic book and so on and so forth, all I kept seeing was she's a plus-size girl who has a skinny boyfriend and is a nerd.
We have
That's
a
all we
$10
focused on.
We have a $10 super chat from Antoine. Is this CNN or Han Solo? Ishtar and Ren take control of these men.
Well, whose article was this again?
This was
I
Ren.
was the one who brought up the
Thank you
article.
very much, Ren, for starting the downfall of CNN. We
Hey,
appreciate it.
hey, I like finding
You
stuff
did
that will
this.
trigger Brockus. Triggering Brockus is now becoming a game.
Yes, I know. It's so much fun.
It's a really good night if we can get him to roar.
Oh yes.
God damn it. But no, as I was saying, I wanted to give Faith a chance, but the way she was being politicized, it turned me off.
That's
and then
terrible.
I legitimately read Faith issue number 1, and it was full of so much bad writing. It was just dog shit.
Oh, it's cringe.
I didn't like it at all. It was terrible. The boyfriend has no personality. Faith has no personality. It was like all they did was fucking watch a shitload of cartoons, pay attention to how people talk on fucking Tumblr and forums and shit like that, and assume this is how nerd chicks act. That's exactly what I'm like. Come on,
She's a real gamer chick.
it's so goddamn dumb. It's so fucking cringe. It's just retarded. And I didn't like it. I thought it was very poorly executed, and it was just bad. Now that they're pushing it to be a movie, I'm not even remotely surprised, to be honest. Hopefully, the movie actually has good writing. Hopefully, the movie is actually good and gives good character exposition and fucking, you know.
Unless they get Amy Schumer to play the main character.
Yeah.
No,
that'll-
actually, if you want to make this movie good, get Rebel Wilson on.
That would work.
That might work.
She's a big girl and she's fucking funny.
Yeah, and well, as long as they don't, they need to give her actual lines to be funny and not do the stupid ad-lib shit that she's famous for. You know what I mean?
Oh no! Have
But
you
she
ever
could be
seen?
fun.
Have you ever
She
seen
could be
her
fun.
ad lib shit whenever she does British comedy with some?
Yeah,
of the guys
but
she
that
did
makes
British
that.
comedy with?
I don't want to fucking see that. I don't want to.
That's fucking funny though. Come on, man. All right. Anyways,
Yeah,
we've talked enough about Faith and the terribleness of her comic books and what could possibly be a decent movie if they do it right.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think
If-
it's doomed for failure.
If they do it right. If they do it right. That's what I'm saying.
It is Marvel. It is a Marvel movie coming out.
No, Valiant.
Oh,
Valiant, I thought
it's gonna
Valiant
be
was
shit.
Marvel.
Mm-mm.
It's gonna be shit.
Valiant is it works just like how Dark Horse does. It is actually its own comic book company that might have ties in with Marvel, but technically it is its own entity. It's sort of like Marvel's.
Marvel is the
Uh,
only one doing good comic book movies right now. Doing good comic
True.
book.
Very true. What do I want to call it? It's Marvel's independent company.
Ah.
Yeah, there you go. It's the one where anyone can actually work there. Anyone can get their shit published. If it doesn't sell, oh well.
Oh, well, right on. But what about the movie? Is the movie going to be Marvel? Are they tying it into MCU? If it's a Marvel parent company, is it going to have that Marvel logo flashed on the screen?
No. It won't have the Marvel logo flashing on the screen, but it might have a bit of in association with Marvel Studios kind of thing. But that's as far as it'll probably go. It won't be an official MCU thing.
Okay, I'm just wondering because if Marvel has control of it, then it might be good. It might have a shot. If they don't have their fingers in it, I don't think it's going to be fucking worth the shit.
Maybe. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on from this particular subject, especially since the chat's still not a fan of me, apparently, nerd raging and shit. So we're going to move on to one of Ishtar's stories. Ishtar, what do you got for us in the world of weird and science?
Well, I have 4 really curious sounding articles. Would you like to hear about a dead great white shark, aliens,
Yes.
a
No,
space
shark.
kingdom, or robots?
Shark.
I like the shark.
Do you have something
Shark.
with robots and sharks?
I do not. I have 2 separate articles.
Damn it.
A dead great white shark on a Santa Cruz beach leads to a criminal investigation. When one of the ocean's top predators washes up dead on a beach, it's likely that something fishy happened. Ba-dum-bum. On Sunday, June 17th, beachgoers found a juvenile male great white shark weighing 500 pounds and reaching 8 feet long on Beer Can Beach in Aptos, California, near Santa Cruz, reported KION. But authorities aren't disclosing the shark's cause of death, and it's now the subject of a law enforcement investigation by the California Department of Fish and Wildlife.
It died under suspicious circumstances. This is a crime scene. It's a homicide, people.
Did you
Call
say
it
it washed
CSI.
up on Beer Can Beach?
That is the name of the beach. I kid you not.
Wow.
I know, right?
By the way, I have a feeling I know exactly who the culprit is when it comes to the death of that shark, and I believe it is one of the followers of the whale.
The butler did it.
Possibly. Both are very viable. But KION goes on to report that the male shark appeared healthy besides a few relatively minor lacerations possibly caused by sea lions. But it's unclear if those scratches caused the creature's death. Researchers from CDFW collected the shark on Sunday afternoon and performed a necropsy autopsy on an animal at the Long Marine Lab in Santa Cruz on Tuesday, June 19th, but they aren't revealing what they found. Upon receiving the lab's results, the CDFW's law enforcement division is now taking up the investigation, a representative from CDFW told Live Science in an email. The representative declined to comment further. It is not a frequent occurrence for great white sharks to wash ashore, although one washed up in the same area last year. The white shark population has been essentially booming off the California coast, said David Ebert, a shark scientist and director of Pacific Shark Research Center at Moss Landing Marine Laboratory in Moss Landing, California. Nobody go in the ocean right now off of California. It wouldn't be unexpected that one would occasionally wash up, he said. Great white sharks are classified as vulnerable by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, but great white shark populations have been making a comeback since about 1972 when the Marine Mammal Protection Act was passed, said George Burgess, a marine biologist and director emeritus of the Florida Program for Shark Research at the University of Florida. The act made it illegal to harm any marine mammal, including seals and sea lions, that makes up the great white shark's main food source. And because they're classified as vulnerable, great whites are illegal to catch without a special permit.
I'm just picturing this like amazing mob story. Like, he started off delivering packages. It was all so innocent, see? And then he got it over his head. It's like, he got in too deep, and he knew too much. They had to get rid of him.
The shark mafia, instead of throwing him in the ocean with cement shoes.
Yeah.
They just throw him up on a beach.
He couldn't keep his head above water, and they had to give him the cement shoes.
Whereas our mafia would be like, we're gonna get you a nice set of cement shoes. They're gonna be lovely. You're gonna love them. I don't know why he sounds like Trump, but but the shark
sounded closer to Fran Drescher.
You're gonna live on. You're gonna get beachfront property.
There you go.
That's how they threaten people. You're gonna get beachfront property. You said this Beer Can Beach is in Santa Fe?
It is in Aptos, California.
Yeah, there's not many beaches in Santa Fe. I'm from Santa Fe, born and raised. I promise you, there's very few beaches. There
And
was a water park in Albuquerque called the Beach when I was growing up, but
Ooh.
they closed and they sold all of their water slide equipment to this hotel that's now in Albuquerque. That's like a hotel / indoor water park.
You know, if I was pretty fucking wealthy, there's some nice ass apartments near what I would assume is now my new home, Beer Can Beach, and they're very expensive, but they look so wonderful. I had to look it up. You can blame Antoine for putting that idea in my head.
Now, the real irony is if Beer Can Beach is in a dry county.
I would be so pissed.
Ooh.
Whale gang, son. The shark ran afoul of the whale gang.
Oh man! Oh god! Now I want to fucking forward this goddamn story to AP and Ghastly
Hell
with
yeah.
hashtag whale gang.
Hashtag whale gang, son. It's died under suspicious circumstances. We need to do that. Fucking somebody post that shit.
Oh god. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go fucking do that right now.
Go for
But
it.
while I do this,
Ebert said he's not aware of any other instance in California where a white shark washing up has led to a criminal investigation. Neither of the experienced shark researchers has any clues to why the law enforcement division is investigating the shark's death, but Burgess said if this was a result of human interaction, it had to be illegal. Okay, I'm done now.
Oh no, fair enough. I was actually gonna say finish off the story if it hasn't been finished.
I was reading your mind, Brockus.
Can you imagine?
Frankly,
if Jaws
you
in
should be
that body-
ashamed of yourself.
I should. I am.
This is
terrible.
like if Jaws, if that shark's body had washed up on shore, it'd be like some cruel, sadistic bastard put a gas tank in the shark's mouth and then exploded it. It's like the police are looking for, keeping an eye out for Richard Dreyfuss lookalike for cruel and unusual animal treatment.
All right. Now that we've gotten all of the fucking shark mafia, hashtag whale gang, all of that insanity out of the way, dear God, that as interesting as that story is, now I really want to know what the fuck killed that shark.
I know. Keep us posted.
Yeah.
On that investigation. I'm very interested.
I will follow up with Shark CSI, and I will let you know what the verdict is.
How killer would it be if they put this in an episode? It's like if they had to kill a shark and then they like found out the police were investigating them for the shark's death. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Quick, somebody call Hollywood.
No, I'm talking about on Gulf City.
Oh, okay. My bad.
No. All right. Who's next? Is it me?
That's gonna be you and your Florida man story.
Yeah.
Let's get a nice little Florida man story going.
I have missed the Florida man stories, having been away for the past couple of weeks. It's nice to see all of you guys by the way, too. Most especially Rent Cleavage.
Okay. Let's start off with headline. Stalker professor told woman he wanted to make an AI copy of her so he could do anything he wanted.
Because that's not creepy.
No, this guy looks like a total fucking creeper. He looks like he cuts his own hair.
Okay. Stage 5 clinger.
A computer science professor at the University of Central Florida was arrested for allegedly stalking a female doctoral student, according to Click Orlando. Ali Borhi faces 2 counts of stalking. It started on Facebook, police said. The professor allegedly contacted her their last fall semester. He could help her with her degree, he said. They met a few times, and this escalated to him asking for a date. She accepted, but after a couple of dates, she told him she wanted to keep things professional. Borgi allegedly began stalking her over fall 2017 and spring 2018 semesters, despite her pleas for him to stop, police claim. His contact is... Oh, shit. We got an ad that fucking just pushed the article all crazy. Hang on.
Fucking ads.
I
I
hate
know.
ads on articles. It sucks.
It just rearranged the entire format of the page. Okay, his contact is said to have escalated to over 800 messages a day. Dear God, man!
Dude, he's
Anybody want
not
to comment
that
on
in.
800 messages a day? Have any of you heard of 800 messages a day stalking? I think someone's stalking me if they leave me 30 messages a day unreciprocated, or even fucking 20 unreciprocated. It's like, get the hint.
You told me you were busy. All right.
Yeah, but if it's if it's 20 a day and then they don't respond to you in 3 days, take the fucking
You're
hint.
done. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if it escalates to 800 a day, can you imagine the time that must take to send
He did
800
nothing
fucking messages
else.
a day?
He did nothing else.
Yeah. Even
There aren't even
hey.
800 minutes in a fucking day, are there? How many fucking minutes are in a day?
There's plenty of minutes, but still.
But still, that is a lot of messages to be sending one person a day.
There's 1440 minutes in a day. So that is literally fucking a message every 2 minutes
Yeah.
for an entire 24-hour period.
Yeah. Okay.
Over that, a message before every 2 minutes.
Dude
Less than
needs
every 2
a
minutes.
hobby.
Just saying.
That's insane.
This guy's making me look like an amateur.
Yeah, you gotta step up your game there, Brockus.
I'm sorry, I had to. Somebody was gonna. Might as well be me.
His phone bill. God, I hope he's got unlimited data.
You
Unlimited
would have to have
fucking
unlimited
text.
data for something like that.
Okay, moving on. Among these alleged messages are the following. He told her he wanted to make an artificial intelligence of her so he could do anything he wanted. He should be happy that somebody likes you this much to stalk you. Oh, yeah,
Wow.
I'm stalking you now. You're welcome.
Are you serious?
Okay.
Because that just makes every woman's heart flutter.
I like you so much, I'm stalking you. Yeah, that's a turn on.
You think I'm
Doesn't it
sick
make
and
your
I
heart
may
go
be,
pitter patter,
Borgia,
Ren? Is that how
No.
Igor courted you? He stalked you?
No.
You think I am sick and I may be, but I still love you.
I know how Igor courted Ren. He spoke Klingon to her.
Oh.
No.
And please listen to me. We are just one step away from eternal happiness. Police said this terrified the woman. You think?
Yeah.
And
That would
she
terrify me.
You didn't say it terrified you when I told you that, Brockus. You
Yeah,
said
but that's because it's you. It's you.
I know, and you reciprocate my obsessive love. So I appreciate it.
I accept all of your kinds of love, crazy or not.
I ship it.
Borgi, but the man allegedly kept pushing, even going as far as to contact the woman's family. On top of that, he's accused of buying her a ring and an iPad, which she turned down. It all became so much that the woman briefly left school and moved out of state, though she returned in spring 2018. Everything culminated this week, the woman told the cops. She saw Borgi following her in his car as she left the gym Tuesday night. Police arrested the man at his office on Thursday. The professor's defense, according to the police report, in his culture, it was okay to pursue a woman even after a rejection.
What culture is that?
It looks like Indian culture. I'm guessing by the name in the photo.
Creepy.
Orange County Jail records obtained by Law and Crime show that the defendant remains locked up as of Friday on $1,000 bond. He couldn't even get $1,000 together. He's a professor, and I assume he doesn't have any family or anything that can throw $1,000.
Okay, Robert, answer this question in your head. What family member is going to get him out of jail with that amount of evidence known. Like, okay, you stalked a woman so badly that you sent more messages in a day than most stalkers send. We're not getting your ass out of jail. You're staying there.
Yeah, but he doesn't have $1,000 as a professor. I'm assuming a single professor with no kids.
Yeah, there are probably stalkers in prison who basically, they went to jail for doing horrendous shit. They read that article and went, well, fuck, dude.
Jesus, I didn't even go that bad.
I mean, yeah, I broke into her house and raped her and fucking killed her husband and shit.
I mean,
like,
if
come
he was
on,
like
dude,
a
800 a day.
waiter or a garbage man, I guess he couldn't get $1,000 together. I'd believe that, but he's a professor at a university.
I think that's what makes it worse.
Well, if he was a high school teacher, that'd be different. But
no, it
he's a
wouldn't.
professor.
It doesn't matter if you're a high school teacher or a professor. In my eyes, they're the same fucking group of retards who are not telling kids no. Nowadays.
No, what I'm saying is that they have different pay scales.
Yeah, but it also depends on the area he's in, how much he's paying in rent.
That's all true.
Has. He might not have $1,000 just due to monthly bills.
Okay, I'll buy it. I'll buy it. He couldn't get $1,000 together. Fucking spur
We
of the
will
moment
allow
to get it.
the argument.
But if he's locked up as of Friday, that means he's still spending the weekend in jail.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Well. So far we've had suspicious shark mafia dealings.
Definitely Shark Mafia.
Bad comic book character being made into fucking a movie, and over 800 fucking messages a day. Crazy, man. Holy shit on that. I'm not sure where to go next. How about we go backwards in order? Ishtar, what do you got for us next?
How about aliens, space kingdom, or robots?
Ooh. I want to save space kingdoms for later, so robots.
Robots? Okay.
Yeah.
Robots.
Robots dive into Hawaii's lava-filled ocean searching for marine life, which lava-filled ocean does not really encourage the thought of marine life to me, but let's see what they have to say.
Mm-hmm.
Ocean robots are going where most scientists cannot, into Hawaii's scalding hot waters and hard-to-reach areas to test and track Kilauea volcano eruptions' effect on marine life. 2 robots, known as wave gliders by maker Liquid Robotics, are rolling through cold ocean saltwater to collect data. The surfboard-shaped robots, outfitted with several antennae, operate independently. Wave gliders can operate in hotter water than boats, and there's no person on board, said CEO and founder of Liquid Robotics, Roger Hine. It's that or Heine, and Hine sounds embarrassing.
May I just say that I would pay ungodly amounts of money for a robot surfboard?
I know, right?
Especially if it talked to me like Knight Rider.
Oh, you just sold me. Yes. Yes.
As opposed to putting scientists on a boat, we're more concerned about their safety. Instead of Kit, the name is Crush.
Oh, does it have that fucking Malibu surfer accent just
It's
like the three?
gotta have the accent.
Yo, what's up, Brockus? You ready to catch some waves today and fight crime?
Fuck! Yes!
Yes, dude, I'm so in.
Scientists see lava flowing into the ocean as a rare opportunity to learn a lot of new information about the ocean's ecosystem. But when lava hits ocean, a huge plume of acidic steam, known as laze for lava and haze, is formed which feels like battery acid if in contact with the skin. But with 2 unmanned robots, scientists working at the USGS Hawaii Volcano Observatory, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and the University of Hawaii at Hilo are able to skirt the potential dangers and retrieve information about the resulting water temperature, oxygen levels, pH levels, salinity, and the immediate effects on sensitive coral reefs and ecosystems of underwater wildlife. the robots have already provided data on the length of the lava flow into the Pacific Ocean. Equipped with solar panels, sensors, radars, and a handy AI. Okay, not really. I added that last one. Wave gliders can safely monitor the lava's effect on the ocean for weeks at a time and report some of those findings to scientists immediately. Humans don't want to get too close to lava entry point. Having seen it myself, you would have to be crazy, Hine said.
Well, I mean, yeah, because it's fucking lava. It doesn't matter how slow it moves. You never know when it's going to just suddenly have a boiling point, explode, and the next thing you know, you've got to explain to the fucking doctor why you have flesh melted off of you.
Now, that as cool as that is, like the robot lava fucking scanners and shit like that, I can't stop picturing a Knight Rider type show with Brockus and on a crime fighting surfboard, going around chasing down speedboats and people who are taking over oil rigs and shit like that. It's magic. I want a theme song.
I don't know. That's something that I think the audience is going to have to take care of. Unless, of course, Igor actually is watching right now and is just like, no, fuck that. I'm making this theme song.
Igor, get on it.
Igor is playing The Division right now.
Fair enough.
You can tell him to get on it later.
Malevolent Rider actually wants to know what his father, Knight Rider, is doing. No, it's not necessarily your father's doing anything, man. It's just that, Knight Rider-esque sounding TV show is pretty much what the premise is. Because, bro, I totally want a fucking AI surfboard that functions like Knight Rider. Knight Rider. But,
right? It takes you across the ocean.
Oh, my God. This is awesome. I will investigate the fucking lava water. I don't care. I just want that surfboard. Oh man, no, that story is actually pretty fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
yeah, that's.
I don't know what it is about robots. They're just so interesting.
I mean, you really can't go wrong with robots.
You can, but that's when we step into sci-fi horror or thriller or whatever fucking genre you want to talk about. Oh goodness, and yeah, don't. If you're like one of those scientists who's intrigued with the whole concept of water and I'm sorry, not water, but the effects of lava in certain environments, and you want to witness it yourself, get yourself a robot. Because let's be honest, don't be stupid. I just explained, you never know when it's going to have a boiling point and actually explode on you, and then you have to explain to people why parts of your body are missing.
That would be really hard to explain to your children at Christmas time. No, Daddy can't be here today. His face got melted off.
Exactly. Oh, okay. I know it was a joke, Brian. Calm down. We're going to go ahead and go back.
Oh, no, surfboard. They went on. Oh, no. What's his name? Crush?
Yeah, Crush.
No, they went on land. Oh, look, a small canal.
Oh my God, it has to be stupid fucking 80s related too, where everything is super fucking convenient for me in a pursuit.
Totally. It's like they think they're safe on land, but no, you went up the canal. Like the fucking dude, that's so fucking awesome.
It's so goddamn fucking terrible. It's so 80s. Oh my God. All right. Anyways, we're gonna go backwards again. And we're going to go ahead and go to one of Ren's stories, because I know Ren's got something extra triggery for me. I don't like
Ren,
that laugh.
That was brilliantly evil, honey.
Thank you. Now, this one is a bit of there's a twist to this story, but headline is, people bought $38 hot dog water said to support weight loss.
What?
One more time, my brain's not fucking computing this.
People bought $38 hot dog water said to support weight loss.
Of course they did, because it was $38, and people could cooked hot dogs in it.
In the immortal words of JonTron, I have several questions.
You know, I would just like to take a moment to applaud the gentleman who got away with that motherfucker. That is some fucking brilliant marketing right there.
Wait till you get the twist.
Did he get arrested?
Nope.
Oh, there you go.
Oh God. Okay. Give us the story, Ren. I
All
already hate
right.
it.
People in Vancouver reportedly paid $38 for bottles of unfiltered hot dog water, said to support weight loss, increase brain function, and give a more youthful appearance.
I'm just going to take this moment to ask a very important question. I'm sure everybody in the audience is actually thinking. Just clear my throat. How?
There are probably like ingredients in hot dogs that are also ingredients in things that are used for brain stimulants and weight loss drugs. And so
Almost
they can,
any hot dog
it's-
vendor,
it's
doctor,
like what it's like
research employee will tell you
it's
no,
like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
no.
It's 6 degrees of Kevin hot dog.
There are Germans in Germany who will literally tell you, yeah, okay, don't eat too much bratwurst because that will actually clog your arteries. It's very bad for you. It's nice to have with your meals, but don't drink too much of it or eat too much of it because it's terrible for your health.
Batman McGrath, I gotta get some hot dog water in the kitchen right now. Go make that money, son. Go get them ducats.
I'm not even fucking surprised. Continue, Ren.
The hot dog water was sold at a stall at a car-free day festival in Vancouver, British Columbia over the weekend, and some people did indeed drink it. But many missed the fact the product was a stunt, and the creator was trying to prove a point about misleading health marketing.
Yes, because people like to have faith in the people they're talking to.
Wow.
This guy did it as the creator joked the water was created by a lot of people with backgrounds in science. So he basically trolled people into buying $38 hot dog water.
I'm really impressed by his balls.
Yeah, Antoine's got some brat water for $20 a bottle, and it cures fucking cancer.
Yes.
You could take your fake health drink and shove it up your ass.
Down, Brockus, down.
These are some of the quotes they told people. We've created a recipe having a lot of people put a lot of effort into research and a lot of people with backgrounds in science really creating the best version of hot dog water that we could. Other quote, so the protein in the hot dog water helps your body uptake the water content and the sodium and all the things you need post-workout. That was their health claims they came up with.
Wow.
That is some masterful bullshit.
I'm going to actually applaud these people because, yeah, I actually thought this was going in some stupid woo-foo science, pseudoscience bullshit. You know, the kind of thing that fucking Jeff Holiday loves to just destroy and dissect because, you know, there are dumb people out there that will legitimately push stuff like this. And here we have a story of a guy who was doing nothing more than a social experiment to show how stupid people are and how ready they are to believe someone simply because of a fucking bullshit title.
Yeah.
Congratulations, sir. You have just restored 0.0001% of my faith in humanity.
Yeah. As by fight, the stall sold each bottle for $37.99 or a Father's Day special of 2 for $75. They also sold hot dog water, lip balm, breath spray, and body fragrance.
Wow.
Body fragrance?
Yes.
Body fragrance. Brought her by Wiener Schnitzel. Wow,
No.
that's fucking insane.
I'm just...
Oh, the hot dog brought to you by Hot Dog on a Stick.
I kind of want to actually get in touch with Roy and Lacey from Very Nearly Viral with this particular story. And I want to see if they're willing to do a little video on this to actually talk about this whole social experiment thing.
You
but
want,
also
you
do
want
a
Roy
skit.
to chug hot dog water, don't you?
No, I don't just want Roy to chug hot dog water. I want Roy to chug hot dog water as he's trying to convince Lacey to buy the hot dog water and shit. But I also want them to do a legit mock commercial in the same fashion you would see these pretentious ass fucking perfume commercials and stuff like that, where it's all black and white because it's supposed to be artsy fartsy and all that stuff, with some fucking music playing in the background as somebody standing around naked and talking about how gorgeous you're gonna smell with this. But
with the fan blowing and shit.
Yeah, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to see Lacey trying to do some crazy shit like that, or Roy, because you know Roy would put on a fucking man thong just for the sake of this shit.
I just find it funny they sold 60 liters of hot dog water.
They clearly were dedicated up until that point where they were just like, all right,
So
I gotta stop.
you made several $100s. That's not bad for a fucking afternoon lunch. For afternoon lunch waste.
Wait, I gotta acknowledge something in the chat. Gem Max is saying that the Japanese actually did this about 20 years ago for an actual drink. Okay, I'm gonna give a bit of leeway here. It's Japan. They bottle and put almost anything in a vending machine. It's not even fucking a joke. It is kind of funny, but it's not even a joke. Like, there are vending machines out there with products you didn't even think were a thing. For God's sakes, there's a video by Giguk where he actually explains that at one point in one of his videos that there's an entire store dedicated for weird and obscure products that you never knew you needed, and then you see it and you go, you know, that's actually fucking cool, and I want that now. Like butter on a stick.
You are aware Japan is
a stick.
Yeah, it's basically a stick of butter that you take your toast, and then just like you would with chapstick on your lips, spread it on there. But it is retractable, just like the chapstick kind of thing. It's just a giant butter stick thing.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Right? Now I want one.
Japan is the same country that has used panty vending machines.
They have cube watermelons. They are fucking geniuses over there.
Oh, and heart watermelons. They're cute.
They have corn juice.
The Japanese are all on drugs. I swear they are. There has to be
myself. Oh my god.
for some of this stuff.
I fucking adore the Japanese. Their culture is fantastic. I love their food. I love their music. There's so many
food
things
is
about Japan.
amazing.
Oh my god, it's so fucking good, man. I am so goddamn jealous that Mark went and caught like 9 fucking shrimp in his mouth at a betting on it. That son of a bitch. I'm jealous. But anyways,
did he go do a Benihana for the birthday?
he tweeted
like birthday dinner thing.
I don't know if it was actually Benihana. I think, but it was a Benihana type thing. How I know that Ishtar is because he tweeted it out, and I do follow Mark on Twitter and see his tweets.
Oh my god, Japan has a pillow that folds up to look like it's a dictionary book.
That's interesting. I don't know why I would need that, but I do.
So you can take a nap on your desk.
Shut up and take my money.
I can't argue that. I want this.
Yeah.
As a bibliophile, I need this.
But see, this is the kind of shit that I'm talking about. Like Japan, they have so many amazing things. They have things that make you go, what the fuck, Japan? Like, there have been times where I'm watching an anime and the only thing I can think is, what the fuck, Japan? Or there are times where I will see a legit Japanese commercial, and after my brain has done shorted out, I think, what the fuck, Japan?
Yeah.
There's a GIF
What the
out
fuck,
there
Japan? Yeah.
with the guy.
I think there's more what the fuck Japan out there than non what the fuck Japan.
No, there's more non what the fuck Japan. There's a fuckload of what the fuck Japan, to the point where you hear it so frequently you think, is it the same what the fuck Japan as last week, or is this a new one?
Yeah, it's like a trading card game. You just kind of collect them and
yeah, exactly. It's exactly. What is this? Anubis. Japan making the world say what the fuck since 1984. Yeah.
not wrong.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it really isn't wrong.
I'm not gonna lie, this is the cutest thing ever.
What is?
Look at what I'm showing on the screen.
Aw.
That is that is a product in Japan, so while your kid's crawling, they can sweep the floor.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna fucking infect your kid with anything or not. There's no bacteria that can fucking fester in that goddamn thing.
Put the little freeloaders to work. I mean, seriously.
There should be on an attachment on the back that you can attach a stick so you can move them around like a mop.
Turn the kid into a mop.
Yeah.
All right. Now I want to send that to Roy and Lacey and see what they do with it. Oh, fucking hell. Actually, no, I want to send that one specifically to Poisoning the Well and see what Fane and Pat do on that.
It's a baby ghillie suit. It says fucking Sherman Easy.
And there's this thing, which is a toilet paper thing you wear on your head.
Okay.
Japan's weird.
Japan is weird. Very weird. And yet
they are the city. They don't give a fuck what you look like as long as it's convenient. And I bet there's somebody out there wearing like 500 fucking convenience gadgets on his body.
Dude, really, let's be honest. Japan gives no fucks ever.
They're all on
But
drugs.
he gets all of those gadgets and it's like, I have just constantly something to wipe my nose just coming off the top of my head, and I got something on my shoulders and something on my gloves, and some fucking everything he's got on is like some weird Japan convenience gadget.
I just there's got to be people in Japan right now as we speak who are coming up with some crazy fucking product. And people are in a boardroom and he's presenting this. He or she, doesn't matter. They are presenting this to an entire group of people and saying, this is my product idea. It's weird and it's obscure. It's something no one ever thought of fucking doing, kind of like the whole toilet paper roll on the top of your fucking head and all that shit. And everyone in there is clapping and saying, great job. That's a good idea. Let's move forward with the product. How many can you get done by next week? 10,000? Fan-fucking-tastic. And we're sitting here in America struggling to figure out how to fucking make 2-ply more affordable to the fucking working class. Fuck!
Oh, and now there's the lap pillow, which is a pillow that is literally a woman's lap.
I need that. I don't just want it.
You don't need it.
I do.
You just want to make sweet love to it.
I don't want to make love to it. I just want to rest my head onto it while I jerk off.
Nicole Volteo goes, hold on. Like, honestly, every time I hear about Japan's weird stuff, I wonder how it could get any worse. Then I realize I spoke too soon.
Oh, of course not. The cuddle pillow.
That is comfortable looking.
Gasly saw the whale gang tweet. That's so fucking funny.
That's good stuff.
I hope they do a Fright Power Hour and feature that particular story at some point.
And of course, the square watermelons, which I think the shaped fruit is just cute.
I don't necessarily understand the need for it, and yet I can't help it. I want it now. I want square fruit. Don't ask me why.
Have you ever seen the heart? There's little molds, and you can even do it with like apples and make them like heart shaped and say love on them. And I just kind of look at it, go, I would buy a bag of those because it's just so cute.
I have walked into various different stores that are very heavily Japanese themed, owned by Japanese people, run by Japanese people. You can tell
they're Japanese.
All that shit, everything. It's basically little fucking Tokyo.
Yeah,
one small.
We had a store in Santa Fe actually like that. That was it was the Japanese store.
Yeah,
it was named Sunset, but it was they had fresh sushi out every day and shit like that. Like all the little Japanese fucking items that are in no other store.
And that's fucking awesome. And I've
Yeah.
walked into many stores like that in California, in Nevada. I think even one in fucking Texas when I actually was driving through it. I've been to plenty of these stores. It is hard for me to go into one of these stores, see a product, and not immediately scream, "I want it!" Damn it.
And now you're broke.
Yes, I can't. I actually can't walk into these stores sometimes because I know they're going to have something there. It's going to be something I don't fucking need, but I want, and I want a shitload of it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think I have a problem, people. Don't ever let me go to Japan. Anyone. Don't ever let me. If you find out I'm going on a business trip that is taking me over to fucking, the Far East, over to the land of the rising sun. If you find that out, try to stop me. You're not gonna, but try to stop me because I'll never come back. If I
Just
go
lock
there,
you in a closet.
you lock me in a closet. Why? How?
It'll help you. And you won't go spend the money.
I don't know. Wait.
Annie is saying, wait till Brockus sees a Build-A-Bear.
Oh, I've seen Build-A-Bears. I don't go into the stores. There's a reason I don't go into the stores, and it's because I'm going to end up fucking making a fucked up bear. I had this really messed up idea.
Brockus is a sucker for Build-A-Bear.
I will create all kinds of fucked up Build-A-Bears. I will create like the S&M bear, or
And then you get kicked out of the store.
I will get kicked out of the stores. It's like, sir, you can't put that on a bear. And I'm going to have to look at him and be like, look, I'm making this for a friend, and they are really into pegging. Okay?
Is it the Gimp Bear and fucking... That'd be fun. That'd be good stuff.
The Gimp Bear. I will make that, and I will send it to Fat Pat. Don't ask why. You all know why. We've seen the video. Oh, God.
Moving on.
We are going to move on. We're going to move on to one of Rob's stories this time.
Okay, well, I found a news story just a minute ago, just for you, Brockus.
Oh, Christ. Is it Japan related? Because we were talking about that quite heavily.
No, it is not Japan related. It is Florida related, but a week cannot go by without some naked Florida related article. So we have a naked man swings wooden stick at officers after burning himself while dancing around fire.
Okay.
Oh, Brockus, I have questions.
Well, let's see if we can get some answers.
Okay.
Coral, Florida. Police
real quick.
Yeah.
Before you go on, I'm going to do this for the audience.
And this guy looks like Ogre, by the way. Just putting it out there.
Continue.
This guy looks like Ogre.
No, fair enough. Continue.
Police arrested a nude 27-year-old Cape Coral man Friday morning after they say he burned himself while dancing around a fire and then threatened officers. John Hennessy remains in custody on 2 counts of aggravated assault, criminal mischief, and 4 counts of aggravated assault on law enforcement officer.
Wait, is this guy's last name really Hennessy?
Yeah. That's not a bad name, John Hennessy. That could be a action hero name.
Stand down.
Okay.
According to Cape Coral Police, around 1:30 a.m. Friday, officers responded to a 1300 block of Northeast Pine Island Lane after reports of a disturbance. That's where police say Hennessy was found in a front yard, completely naked, while dancing around a fire and chanting while holding a knife. That should have been a headline. That would have been a catchier headline.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, of course. He was naked, dancing around by a fire, chanting with a knife. Keep going.
At one point, he was actually standing in the fire. He was burning everything, and I didn't realize he was naked until the cops got here, Heather Hennessy said.
Who's Heather?
I'm guessing a wife or a daughter or a family member.
Okay, yeah, no, that's
Officers, could be a mother. He's only 27, could very well live at home if he's I don't know if somebody who's dancing around a fire and in a fire naked holding a knife and burning shit is particularly stable enough to get a house. But I could be wrong.
Yep.
So confused.
Oh, you're confused.
I am confused.
I'm
Yes.
pretty sure everyone's confused at this point. Naked, chanting, at some point decided standing in the fire is a great idea. Someone named Heather just so happened to be there, doesn't know why he did it. You know why, Heather. Don't fucking lie to the cops, you evil bitch.
Heather
Keep
was
going.
feeding him drugs.
Drugs, I don't think, is the only thing at play with this one.
Do you think some Hennessy might have been involved?
I'm pretty
But,
goddamn sure with that name, Hennessy was involved.
So here's a thought. He set himself on fire because he was cold.
Maybe.
That's why you build a fire in the first place. You don't stand in it.
That
Maybe
would
he
make
thought-
sense.
Maybe he thought he'd be warmer in the middle of the fire.
Clothes might help with that.
Well, maybe she stole his clothes. We don't know what Heather was doing.
Oh, Heather is the bad guy in this. Obviously. Why didn't I see it before?
How was Heather the bad guy?
Well, she's must have stolen the
subtext,
guy's
man.
clothes.
Read the subtext.
She stole his clothes.
So he got cold
Absolutely.
and then was drunk and then felt standing in the middle of the fire would warm him up quicker.
You know, it's one of those situations where you make a decision to survive, and then something happens and you make another decision to survive, and you just end up standing in a fire naked, chanting. It's just one of those things, you just can't fucking
Shit
stop.
happens, Brock.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to improvise.
Let's
I don't think
see.
he's convinced.
No.
No, I'm not convinced at all.
All right, well then let's continue and see if we can convince him. Officers say Hennessy then dropped the knife but picked up a large wooden stick and began swinging it at the officers. Hennessy was tased and placed in handcuffs while continuing to chant in an unknown language.
Anything else?
Ooh,
Gibberish.
maybe it was Aramaic.
Drunk?
This seems like a demonic or religious type situation, perhaps.
All right. Let me just. Okay. The sentence is not lessened simply because you've decided to use a blunt weapon. I will explain this. You are naked. John, you are naked. You are dancing by the fire, chanting in a language nobody understands, knows, or maybe you've just fucking decided to start going all out Latin. Whatever. You decide to stand in the fire and burn yourself. My friends here are trying to convince me that there was a nefarious act happening prior to this and that you were just simply cold because Heather even stole your clothes.
What
I
if
don't
it
believe
was? How killer would that be if he was speaking Spanish and the news article is like, it was some unknown language?
It was some unknown language. Yeah, but then he's also got a knife this entire time. Okay. And a cop shows up to stop this, and your instinct is drop the thing that will cut him. I gotta whack him with a stick. Congratulations, you stupid.
It's
Fuck that,
drunk.
hurt my shoulder too.
Drunk, Brockus. You're overlooking that. You're overlooking drunk logic. Drunk logic does not make sense.
Drunk logic never makes sense. I don't.
That's kind of the point. That's what she's saying. Is drunk logic does not make sense.
Heather clearly stole his clothes, so his drunk logic said stand in the middle of the fire. The cops show up. Drunk logic says drop the knife, swing a stick at the cop.
I'll drop this clearly better weapon.
Drunk logic. I am being set upon by several ruffians. I should perform fisticuffs and defend myself.
Yes.
Well, at least this guy, and I can't believe I have to say this after I'm done saying this.
I don't really use submachine guns, so I got my hands.
At least.
Oh yes.
This guy
Who's
didn't
talking
take
about
the knife.
submachine gun? Is that Igor?
Yeah, it's
That is Igor playing Division.
fair enough. At least this guy did not, in defense of the police officer showing up to arrest him or stop his act, grab his dick, cut it off, and throw it at the cop to try to get away. Because that's happened multiple times in news. I can't believe
I like
actually.
your hat, Brockus.
Thank you. I've also got a.
And you are starting to look especially Keemstar-ish, my friend.
It's only because I brought the beard back and I have to wear hats because my hair isn't long enough to just fucking tie up in a ponytail and shit. I'm not Keemstar.
We know your name is Brockus. We're very proud that you have learned this distinction.
I swear to God.
Good for you.
Watch. Hashtag Brockstar is going to be
continuing on. He was screaming nonsense. He always screams. It was in another language, and I didn't know it was what he was saying, his sister said. Now, is this Heather? Is this another woman? I don't know. The article doesn't make a distinction. There could be multiple people involved.
So we have random people just showing up out of nowhere.
Yes.
We have Heather Hennessy, and then we have his sister. So I don't know if they are one and the same. Or perhaps someone different. It was later learned that Hennessy had possibly consumed psychedelic mushrooms. His mother and sister.
We're uncertain of this?
I would say it's better than even chance. If I had to make an educated guess on the police officer's behalf. His mother and sister told Channel 4 in your corner that Hennessy's behavior has been erratic ever since his return from rehab. They hope his case helps draw attention to those helping with mental illness. I love and I wish him to get help. He needs to realize he needs medication. He needs something, Hennessy said. Mm-hmm. See, now we have a mother and a sister and several people named Hennessy, and I don't know who the fuck they're talking about. This person needs to make clearer who he is referring to. And that is the summation of my article. There you go, naked man on something, swinging at cops. There isn't a week that goes by that isn't complete without it.
Can somebody give me a shitty YouTuber on the same level as, say, Keemstar? And I don't mean shitty as in he's a horrible fucking person. I mean, like, someone people love to just, crap all over.
Leafy?
H3H3?
No, people like H3H3.
Okay. Yeah, Ethan gets more love than hate.
I would say Leafy. That would
Leafy
be my.
Does get a lot of hate.
White YouTuber?
Onision.
I cannot help you here.
Sherman needs you fucking name that one.
Now Antoine has his own hashtag. Antwi is here. Suck it, bitch!
What?
Oh, because I started the hashtag Brockstar. Keemstar. So now Antoine is Antwi.
Antwi.
Yes.
Antwi is here.
Antwi is here.
Oh, I disavow any and all knowledge.
I have this feeling that he just saw the hashtag and he's on his side of the computer just going, "You motherfucker! I hate you!"
You could combine him and Onision and could get like Antoine-ision.
Hey, it could have been worse. I could have called him Antgum.
It is ominously silent in the other room, Brockus. So I would advise you to watch your back.
I cannot physically do that, so I am going to now hire the Japanese Yakuza to watch my back for me.
No, just
look at that! A katana came through my chest. What the fuck?
Brockus, just throw your cam on and I'll watch your back.
Your cam has to be on all the time. We will be charging.
If someone sneaks up behind you, some ninja assassin that was hired by Antoine-ision or something,
Antwi?
I will I will give you
Did
fair
just
warning.
call him Antoinette?
Yes, I did.
I mean, yes, that's so much better.
I don't think Antoine approves.
Oh no, that does not look like he
Oh my
approves.
god! Oh, put on a big fucking banana suit, dance, monkey, dance! Oh my god, that one's too fucking funny. He is triggered.
Oh yeah, he doesn't. I don't think I'm his favorite person at the moment.
Oh, Rob, you have officially become my favorite person. At the moment.
Does the fuck you, Rob, from him in chat not give you that clue?
Yeah, yeah, that was a red flag.
Oh, he has a response here. Let me do it in the right accent. God damn it! This is not a thing.
Oh, it's
Sorry,
a thing.
it's a thing.
I think it sounds better with the British, actually.
Antoine.
I do my best.
Oh goodness. Okay, so do we want to move on to the next story, or do we want to keep ripping on Antoine a little bit? Not too much, just a bit.
I have to plead the fifth because I live with him.
Let's go ahead and move on.
This could be painful.
Fair enough. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next story. Ishtar, do you have 2 or 1 left?
I have 2 left.
We got a $5 super chat from Antoine Ision saying, "This is not a thing, damn it." Repeat. Antoine Ision has given us $5 to say, "This is not a thing, damn it." Thank you, Antoine Ision, for the $5. Very much appreciated, Antoine Ision. Oh, I'm so grateful to you right now, Antoine Ision. My words cannot express, Antoine Ision, how I feel about you right now. The love I feel for you.
Again, we have another fuck you, Rob, in chat.
He is probably so goddamn pissed right now.
I don't know. Ishtar, how mad is he?
Hold on a second and I will go check. I will be right back.
While we wait for her.
I started this show trying to break Brockus, and I think we broke Antoine Ision instead.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the chat and see what everybody's saying.
He's going to fund me and murder me in my goddamn sleep. You know, as long as you fund me first.
Hey, don't fund Rob, fund me.
Oh,
Y'all are
Shooter.
dead. He is so indignant. Y'all are dead.
I wouldn't
It's
say
Rob's
it's pick
fault.
on Antoine week, but tonight has been a very special one because I thought it was fucking funny. I started ripping on myself, and then it just kind of inadvertently turned on Antoine. And it wasn't intentional. It just happened, and it got so much better.
I'm sorry, Rob. You may not live another week.
Rob will be lucky to live another day. As indignant as he is. I mean, the dictionary has just replaced the definition of indignant with his picture.
See, and Annie was just giving me shit last night that I never start shit with anybody.
Look, you just did.
I know.
Congrats!
Well, that fucking stereotype has been destroyed.
Voodoo on you, Rob. Well done.
Do we stream Rob's funeral as part of like Cunt News Network?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we have to cover it.
I will put that in writing. I'll put that in my will that that the CNN has exclusive streaming rights to my funeral, and you know, I may leave my body to Brockus for scientific purposes.
Yes, for science. Totally.
For science.
For science.
All
And,
right.
and you know, hey Zell, how's it going?
Hey, Zeal.
Antoine goes, I'm going to find you, Rob. I'm going to send Opal into your home and you will hear nothing but her demonic giggle as the knife digs in your kidneys.
Dear God, no! No!
What's the matter, Rob? How's it going?
I'm reinforcing my house. I'm getting a safe room.
You know, it won't work.
I'm getting bulletproof glass on all the windows, and and steel doors,
Rob, just
and
go to sleep. You'll be
a
fine.
nice layer of steel set in all the walls.
There is no escaping the nightmare. But we're gonna go ahead and move on from this
And I'm
particular topic.
soundproofing every individual room so she
I
can't
get
get it.
there is no escaping the nightmare. We're good, but we're moving on to the next topic. It's going to be one of Ishtar's, and I want to hear about aliens.
Aliens, huh?
Yeah.
How about aliens that may be rearranging stars to fight dark energy?
Ooh.
Fuck yeah.
Step
I kinda-
1.
Yeah.
How to dominate the universe in 3 easy steps. Step 1. Harvest all of your planet's resources. Step 2. Harvest all of your nearest star's energy. Step 3. Harvest all the energy from all the stars in your local galaxy, then move on to another galaxy. Congratulations, your species now has all the elbow room it needs to grow into a universal superpower. At least that's one Russian astronomer's perspective, anyway. Astrophysicist Nikolai Kardashev first proposed these 3 phases, called level 1, 2, and 3, very creative, of galactic expansion, which he refers to as the 3 types of technologically advanced civilizations, in 1962 as a way to measure the energy consumption of increasingly powerful societies. Excuse me. Recently, a paper posted June 13th to the preprint journal rziv.org has revived Kardashev's model and added a new apocalyptic twist. According to the author of the paper, Dan Hooper, a senior scientist at the Fermi National Accelerator Laboratory in Illinois and a professor of astronomy and astrophysics at the University of Chicago, harvesting energy from distant stars isn't just the best way to increase a civilization's available resources, it is the only way to prevent the ever-expanding universe from leaving that civilization totally alone in the vastness of space. Note, this study has yet to be peer-reviewed.
You're kidding me.
I
No,
know.
really?
Would have thought Yale would be all over this. The presence of dark energy in our universe is causing space to expand at an accelerating rate, Hooper wrote in the new paper. Over the next approximately 100 billion years, the stars beyond our local group, or a group of gravitationally bound galaxies that includes the Milky Way, will fall beyond the cosmic horizon, meaning an observer here could never retrieve information from them over the course of the age of the universe. At that point, the stars become not only unobservable, but entirely inaccessible, thus limiting how much energy could one day be extracted from them, Hooper wrote in the paper. In other words, if humans hope to meet aliens in distant galaxies, it'll be a race against dark energy, the mysterious force thought to be uncontrollably stretching our universe farther and farther apart. That, of course, is how we'll find the aliens. Any advanced civilization worth their starships would understand the grim reality of universal expansion, Hooper wrote, and they wouldn't just sit around idly while the universe literally passed them by. Rather, they would capture stars from other galaxies, reel them in, and harvest their energy first before those stars and their energy become inaccessible forever. Because stars are fish.
Like a giant star tow truck?
Something like that.
Like a galactic tow truck?
Or a giant fishing net? I don't know. Given the inevitability of the encroaching horizon, any sufficiently advanced civilization that is determined to maximize its ability to utilize energy will expand throughout the universe, attempting to secure as many stars as possible before they become permanently inaccessible, Hooper wrote. So how do you lasso a star in the first place? Scientists and science fiction authors alike have pondered this question for decades, and their favorite answer is this. Throw a giant net around it, of course.
And what is at what point does a star become permanently inaccessible?
I don't know. We haven't gotten to that part yet. This net wouldn't be made of twine or even metal, but of satellites, a swarm of millions of solar-powered satellites known as Dyson spheres. Such a colossal cloud of harvesters could permanently hover around a star, beaming energy back to a nearby planet, or, as Hooper proposed in his new paper, actually use that star's energy to accelerate the whole ball of fire back towards the planet that wanted to use it, because that's not going to fuck with its ecosystem at all.
No, having a star just pop up?
That's not going to do any damage, no. This may seem like a tall order for humans who are still bumbling around level 1 of Kardashev's scale. Carl Sagan placed us at about a 0.7 in 1973. But some scientists think there could be alien civilizations thousands or even millions of years older than ours who are already well into their level 3 star harvesting phase. And if another civilization has indeed begun rearranging the stars, it may not be long before Earthlings notice them, Hooper wrote. Those stars that are currently en route to the central civilization could be visible as a result of the propulsion that they are currently undergoing, Hooper wrote. Such acceleration would necessarily require large amounts of energy and likely produce significant fluxes of electromagnetic radiation. Really? Beyond watching for those stars being dragged unceremoniously across distant galaxies like kidnapped babies, astronomers could also keep an eye out for the unusual galaxies that have had their prime stars ripped away from them, Hooper writes. These hypothetical star-harvesting aliens will probably be picky, Hooper noted. Teeny tiny stars, hundreds of times smaller than Earth's sun, wouldn't produce enough radiation to be significant. Significantly larger stars, on the other hand, would be likely too close to going supernova to be used as a viable battery. Hey, we got a $10 super chat. If you have more mass than a star, you can move a star. Neutron stars and black holes do this. Also, redshift will make stars inaccessible due to the speed of light being slower than expansion. Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you for our science lesson.
Real quick, I just want to acknowledge something that Cinder Shadow decided to send in the chat earlier, and I will read it in the appropriate voice. Step 1, kill Brachus. Step 2, drain all his blood into bottles. Step 3, profit.
Sounds like a plan.
And
I'm glad
I just
they figured
want
out
to point
step
out,
2.
anyone who watched Invader Zim way too much, yeah, I think you're at fault for this article. Probably in fault.
I'm gonna sing the Doom song. Doom,
The Russians just got Invader Zim, and this guy's just going apeshit about it.
Only stars with a mass of about 20 to 100 times the mass of our sun would be viable candidates for capturing and hauling back to the home galaxy, Hooper said. And because solar objects in that mass range radiate certain wavelengths of light more than others, alien star harvesting would show up in the light signatures from these galaxies. The spectrum of starlight from a galaxy that has had its useful stars harvested by an advanced civilization would be dominated by massive stars, and thus peak at longer wavelengths than otherwise would have been the case, Hooper said. Humans likely don't have precise enough instruments yet to detect these unusual light signatures beaming from the depths of the universe, Hooper wrote. Hopefully, astronomers will develop them before our sun becomes another flaming marble in some distant civilization's collection. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, yeah, aliens are stealing our stars.
No, it's not just aliens. It's Invader Zim's race. Yeah,
Are they tall?
Yes, my tallest.
Do they have snacks?
Yes.
I'm gonna see the Doom song.
And oh man, that was actually such a great fucking show. I don't know why it didn't get as much attention as it really did. Or deserved back in.
Yeah, I never saw it all the way through.
Heyday. Sadly, it just kind of fell off. I think it was because of the time slot specifically. But I loved Invader Zim. It was such a good what the hell cartoon. Like, it went everywhere.
Melissa Carley for $5 says, if you have the mass to move a star, moving a solar system is child's play.
Yes. And TrippyCast and Pinoid News are asking, where are their links?
This is CNN.
Right,
it's technically a closed fucking stream.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
You're not part of our news crew.
Yeah,
just grab some popcorn and enjoy the show.
I understand that Pinoid News should basically be allowed to come on to CNN every once in a while because he kind of does something that we do, but Pinoid News is its own entity, whereas Cunt News Network is also its own entity, so they should stay separate. I get it. They're within the same realm of each other, but this is like MSNBC versus CNN. Both of us suck.
Okay. Okay, that was unexpected.
Oh, fucking Igor.
Pinoid, you're not prepared to be on this show. You
Yeah,
don't have an article that's going to piss Brockus off.
You actually would have, at this point, it is now a prerequisite. You've got to know what will piss me off and read off an article that you know is going to piss me off.
Or otherwise completely fascinate him.
Yes.
Do we have
Speaking of
any
which,
more annoying articles for Brockus?
I just very well might.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Am I go?
Yeah, go
ahead,
for
man.
it.
All right, here we go. Florida woman arrested after driving on I-95 with ex-boyfriend on hood. This woman is gonna kill me, Francis said. And there is a fucking picture of this guy, and dude, they are on the fucking highway, zooming and fucking long, and this dude is on the goddamn hood of the car, holding on for dear fucking life.
This is a completely new definition of car fight.
That is.
Yep. 24-year-old, this is Lauderhill, Florida. 24-year-old woman was arrested Sunday after she drove onto Interstate 95 with her ex-boyfriend riding on the hood of her car. The video of the wild ride, posted on the News4Jack's Facebook on Monday, had over 250,000 video views as of Wednesday. The video is here, and I have not seen it yet. There is a video of this guy. Oh, they are fucking cruising, dude. They are at least going 65.
Ooh.
And this dude is on the fucking hood. This poor guy. Holy fuck. And he's on the phone.
I just have to.
One hand gripped into the fucking where the windshield wipers are on the by the windshield, and the other one is on the phone.
Wow.
I want to know what he did. He had to have done something.
Oh, listen to this woman. Listen to this woman right here. What did he do to deserve that? Whatever he did was not worth fucking that.
You have to like fuck the chick's sister in front of her in order to get that.
Patricia Isidore, I don't know if that E is silent or not, who was arrested by Lauderhill police on a charge of crime against a person, exposing them to harm, has been released from jail.
I wonder why.
Now, I wonder if that was a guy in the car with his ex-girlfriend on the hood, if he would be released from jail this quickly.
No way. His ass
No.
would be... No.
Francis told Local 10 News the whole thing still has him shaking, and he never thought a scenario like that would happen. This woman is going to kill me, Francis said. She's really out to kill me.
Maybe it's time to consider another domestic partner. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay, here's where we get into the meat of the story.
Oh, that wasn't the meat of the story?
Well, apparently there's more. We have some details on how it went down. Francis said the couple had a complicated relationship and share a 5-year-old daughter. He said he and Isidore both needed the car, which they both owned, Sunday night, but Isidore beat him to it. He said he jumped on the hood of the car outside their Lauderhill home to keep Isidore from leaving. She turned the engine on, dropped it in reverse, and turned. That's when things took a turn. Police said Isidore needed the former couple's Mercedes-Benz C300 to pick up their daughter from a relative's home. Daniel Maida, who recorded the incident Sunday evening, told Local 10 News that the woman and man appeared to be speaking on their cell phones with each other during the ride.
He called her on his what? He called her on his cell phone while he's holding on to the car.
It's not prison class, motherfucker. I think she can hear you.
Yeah.
She can hear you screaming, please pull over.
And if she can't, she can roll the fucking window down. Man. He said the car was hitting...
get how it got to this point.
He said the car was hitting speeds of 70 miles an hour. All I was thinking is this guy is going to slide off and hit me. Slide off the other side, or if anything, he's going to slide down and she's going to hit him and she's going to crash into somebody else, said Maida.
Hi, Lo-Fi.
Hey, Lo-Fi.
I don't know.
Wow. Just
don't know
What's up, Lo-Fi?
holy crap. You know?
Let's see. Authorities.
Wait, hold on. How the fuck would he know how fast he was going? Did he look at her fucking shiny ass bling and see the fucking speedometer?
We have the person who's taking the video going alongside the car, keeping up with them and looking at their own speedometer to verify how fast they're going.
Oh, it was the onlooker that watched.
The person. The video doesn't come from inside the car. It comes from somebody driving next to this car.
Here's
looking at a side view of this guy hanging on the hood. You're
doing about 65, maybe 70 on the fucking freeway, driving down the fucking road, probably gonna go get something at the Walmart late at night. Maybe you decided you wanted a midnight snack and you're heading over.
She's going to pick up her daughter.
Whatever the case is. And on your way there, suddenly you see a fucking crazy bitch come up behind you with a dude on the hood of the car, probably screaming into the phone, "Bet you need to slow the fuck down!"
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I would have pulled my phone out and did the same shit. I would have been like, there's no way I'm not recording this. I would have been screaming into the fucking wind, "World Star!"
World Star, motherfuckers! Francis told Finney he was actually on the phone with police as his ex-girlfriend drove them from Broward to Miami-Dade County and back.
So she picked up the daughter with the dad in the car?
Did you say and back? Did the article just say and back? I actually held on like this, Francis demonstrated. It was with one hand, and with the other hand I'm on the phone listening to hear what's going on with authorities. Authorities released 911 calls from the incident Wednesday, including the call from Francis in which he could be heard repeatedly yelling at Isidore to stop the vehicle. Now that is a 911 call I want to hear.
That's one of those moments where if you've got a police radio and can listen in on fucking, police calls and shit like that, you turn that motherfucker on while you're watching it happen and hope to God you can actually get the police fucking saying like, all police, we have I'm not sure if there's a code for this. Crazy bitch on I-95 driving with a dude going approximately 75 miles an hour. He's on the hood of the car and he's on the phone with us right now. Ow, bitch! This motherfucking whore is gonna kill me.
Yep.
That sounds about
right. So she's swerving the car and I'm on top of the car. I really need help, Francis told the dispatcher. So not only is a bitch on the fucking highway doing 70, she's swerving lanes. Bitch is swerving lanes.
Trying to kill him. She's trying to kill the guy.
Straight up trying to kill him. How did she not get a charge of attempted homicide?
Somebody did not put the toilet seat lid down. Just saying.
Someone said the wrong thing or asked like, "Are you PMSing or something?" And she snapped and went, I'll show you, crazy."
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
I think this is one of those moments where she probably got this idea. I'm not 100% sure how this really started. The article may have told us how it started, but even then, my brain is not really computing that whole thing because all it keeps thinking is she watched Death Race from Grindhouse. Death Car from Grindhouse one too many times and thought to themselves, I'm going to do that to that motherfucker the next time he pissed me off.
Yeah, but
there's a sniper up there.
But that dude had a fucking death car on the inside.
Oh, great. That guy.
Okay, let's see. Francis said things finally came to an end in West Park after he was able to take the key out of the ignition. According to Isidore's arrest report, Francis told police he did not want to press charges against his daughter's mother and refused to provide a sworn recorded statement.
What the hell did she do to him to get him like that? She must have done something
How-
so good that he didn't want to press charges.
How is what I don't understand is why is the DA not pressing charges? Because his 911 call should be more than enough of a statement, and alongside the video should be more than enough of a
Oh, yeah.
statement to fucking definitely prosecute her on attempted murder.
They should have more than enough evidence where they can go, dude, we can charge her right now without you.
Someone.
It's fucking crazy. And that is my local story.
That is holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just got corrected by Realistic Owl. The movie I was referring to, made by Quentin Tarantino along with Robert Rodriguez for the Grindhouse movie collection, was Death Proof, not Death Car.
Death Proof, yes.
And I said Death Race by accident in the beginning because they both have death in it and they involve fucking crazy car chases and shit like that. Death Race was actually originally like some crazy old movie from, I want to say the 80s, it might have been the 70s, that got remade with starring Jason Statham and several other relatively big name. Well, I don't know. Ian McShane isn't really a huge name in Hollywood.
I love fucking Ian McShane, man.
He's
been
great.
in a lot of stuff lately.
Oh yeah. But it's mostly side character stuff. I don't know why. Anyways, yeah, so Death Race was the remake was in 2000, I think. Maybe Death Race 2000 was the remake. Whatever. Anyways, yeah, so Death Proof was the movie I was referring to earlier. Thank you for the correction. This bitch still crazy.
Yes, she is.
Very crazy.
I don't know what to fucking make of this, because this is one of those situations where you look at both parties and think to yourself, what have you been smoking? And never smoke it again, please. In fact, burn your stash.
Too much of something.
No, burning her stash is the problem, Brockus.
Burn your stash in a confined fucking area where no one will be able to inhale the fumes and make sure that no one is ever, unfortunately, high off of that again. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Indeed.
I know that people will do crazy shit from time to time, especially in, I guess you could say explosive relationships or bad relationships, whatever. But driving 70 plus miles an hour while swerving in and out of lanes on a fucking freeway, well, interstate fucking 95, is a bit much. It's a bit excessive. She didn't just want to kill him. She wanted him mangled.
Antoine goes, meth. It is always meth.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's always meth. Sometimes it's something they may have thought was meth, like fucking bath salts. Wow. Maybe this was bath salts. Who knows?
Maybe.
Who knows? Oh my god.
Could be anything.
Oh shit, you're right.
Oh
I can't
shit.
beat you up.
All right, we still got a little bit of time. Ren, do you have one final story for us, or Ishtar, do you have?
Yes, I have a final story.
I also
Yes.
have a final story, but let's go with Ren.
All right. Title of this one is Was the Electric Slide Written About Vibrators?
No.
We will break Brockus yet.
I'm intrigued. Go ahead, Ren.
In June 2018, a shocking revelation appeared on social media about a well-known, well-worn song, The Electric Boogie, The Electric Slide. The popular dance song was apparently written about a sex toy. Although many shared this rumor as if it were a fact, this claim is based on little more than interpretation of the song's lyrics. And it lists the song's lyrics. This apparently also came about because someone claiming to have written the song's writer, Neville Bunny Whaler Livingston,
I'm sorry, could you repeat that name one more time?
Neville
That's working okay.
Bunny Whaler Livingston had confirmed the subtext of the lyrics. No, I am not.
That cannot be the real name.
Neville Livingston is his real name. Bunny Whaler is the nickname, apparently. That is how it was written in the article.
How do you get that nickname?
I don't know.
No idea.
I mean, there's a story.
There's always a story with that.
There's.
I don't-
We've almost got him.
Right now. What the fuck? Bunny Whaler. We're going off of what somebody who calls himself or is called Bunny Whaler.
I know, we're
That's
supposed to
the
take
person
that
giving us
seriously?
information.
This is what this guy is
Yeah,
claiming.
okay.
The quote or the quote unquote origin of where this rumor is coming from is because apparently Livingston, who wrote the song, apparently after a girlfriend told him she didn't need him because she had a toy she nicknamed the electric slide. And this is the rumor that has been going around, that the electric slide was written about a vibrator.
No. Just
I'll
no.
allow it.
No. I veto that.
That's allowed.
Why do you veto it?
Because of his name. I'm sorry. Just I can't. No.
I want to rage right now, but I have somebody at the house who won't stop fucking polluting my goddamn audio in the background, so I'm going to withhold most of my rage.
Oh,
But,
what's to rage
but-
about?
Because this is fucking stupid.
Why is it stupid?
It's another one of those situations where people have decided, hey, let me take a dumb idea and run with it. Let me go ahead and start some stupid fucking rumor, and there are people in this world dumb enough to actually believe these fucking people. Oh, maybe that's what that song was fucking called because of that and shit like that. Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's totally what's really fucking happening. You goddamn retards. You
Yeah.
fucking idiots.
To be fair, the singer Marcia Griffiths does not make it any better because she quote says that the song isn't about vibrators, it's about positive vibrations. That
Okay.
doesn't help.
No. That doesn't help at all.
Something funny has just come up, and I will explain in a little bit.
Okay.
I have to fucking apparently live in a time when half the population would have probably, if this was 100 years ago, I'm pretty sure would have fucking died off by doing something really fucking stupid, drinking something really fucking stupid.
I don't know. There used to be a level of pragmatism within the general population.
We used to be so in fear of the concept of death that we would stay away from things we know which were stupid. But there were still a lot of people that would end up dying because of accidents or because they just weren't cautious enough, whatever the case is. Now we live in a time where the retards apparently are the ones who flourish all over the place. They're the ones who are the most successful in this world now. For God's sakes, look at our president.
I am going to strangle the fuck out of Igor.
I'm loving the
trying to
background fucking commentary, to be honest, because at one point we went silent for a brief moment, and all of a sudden I heard Igor in the background saying, "There's a sniper."
Yes.
I just thought it was fucking amusing. Oh man. Okay. Well, apparently, right now, one of the funny things that's just happened is apparently Trippy Poop and Tom are very upset with the fact that that we did not invite them onto CNN, that we did not just automatically link them to CNN, despite the fact that it's a known closed stream. People don't just come on here unless they've got some really good news that, you know, we want to hear about.
This is an elite cast. Not just anybody gets on to CNN.
Well, I mean, you have to have a certain je ne sais quoi to get onto this stream. The only reason why I decided to join is because Schmeckel needed a new host, and he said, "Hey, Brockus, you want to fucking try this out?" And apparently I was triggering enough to where I actually did an interesting.
Well, we all know that you're a stream slut, Brockus, so you were pretty easy to get on.
I am a dirty, filthy stream whore. I do
Yes,
not
you
regret
are.
any of this. On top of that, another one of the funny things that had actually occurred is, oh, by the way, Tom Pinoid and fucking Tribute Poop are on their own stream right now with fake beef with us. And I'm probably gonna fucking hop over there as soon as this is over, which should be very, very shortly.
Are you going to defend the honor of our stream?
Fuck no, I'm gonna make fun of Cunt stream with them.
Traitor!
Hey,
Voodoo on you, sir. Voodoo on you.
And not good
for a
voodoo.
laugh.
Not the good kind of voodoo. I'm talking about the bad kind of voodoo.
Kind of voodoo that makes you end up on a fucking woman's the hood of her car going 75 miles.
The kind of voodoo that puts you in like a dead shark on a beach.
With cement shoes.
Yeah. You
I'll be
should be
sleeping with the
ashamed of yourself.
But no, I also had gotten tagged in a tweet by Sidra Shadow, who decided to say that the next health product from hot dog water is apparently Brockus blood. he's determined to bleed me out so he can create some kind of new health product from my blood.
Oh wait, that could be a product for Antoine to make too with Robert.
Yeah?
Who?
Robert blood.
With who?
With you.
No. Me and who?
Antoine can make
I'm sorry. I don't know who you're referring to.
I love the shade the fucking writer's throwing at me right now.
Who is,
Wise Brock is there.
Who is this? I know an Antoine Ision. Is that who you're referring to? I don't know this Antoine you speak of. Is that short for Antoine Ision? Or are you?
Hey, Antoine is saying he will.
From what I understand, he prefers to be called by his full name, which is, as we all know, Antoine Ision.
I love it too. The commentary. Yes, I will bleed him out. Followed with don't fucking say it, Rob. Followed with God damn it.
I think you're gonna have a very angry Antoine later, Ishtar.
I'm gonna go hide in my room.
Okay.
I am not going to be an accessory to Rob's murder.
Great, more incoming.
Fucking Igor.
Okay.
I'd like to make an announcement before we sign off, if that's okay.
Is it your
Sure.
last will and testament?
I was actually going to say, because it is actually in the title, we are going to hear about the Space Kingdom before we close this out.
Oh yeah, so by all means, go ahead with the
Oh
Space
crap!
Kingdom.
I closed that window. Hold on.
No worries. Rob, you can go ahead and actually make your little announcement now if you want.
Okay. Well, we know that everybody loves the Florida Man stories. However, this is a Cunt News Network, and we try to keep our Florida Man stories current and up to date. However, not all of the best Florida Man stories are current, and many of them have happened farther in the past. And Brockus has agreed to do a special stream with me, where we go through the best of the all-time Florida Man stories. And these will cripple Brockus. I promise you all that these will destroy him on a fundamental level. They'll break him down, and I will remake him from a blank slate. We can reform him into whatever we want, folks.
He's the $5 man instead of the $5 million man.
Yes,
There you
the $5 man. Go with that.
Okay, I have it back up now.
Fair enough.
Okay. Space Kingdom seeks citizens for life beyond Earth very soon. Feel like the world is going to the dogs? Want to get away from it all? Here's a solution. Become a citizen of the nation of Asgardia and hope it makes good on its promise to colonize the moon. Asgardia was founded just 20 months ago, and it has already about 200,000 citizens, a constitution, and an elected parliament. It has a leader, Igor Asher-Bailey. Ren, do we need to know something?
What's he
Not
planning?
my Igor.
You sure?
Positive.
Okay. It has grandiose ambitions. It wants to build up a population of 150 million within 10 years. It plans to set up space arcs with artificial gravity in outer space where humans could live permanently. This day will certainly be recorded in the annals of the greatest events in the history of humankind, Asher Bailey said in his inaugural speech to an audience of several hundred in the Hofburg, Vienna's former imperial palace. We have thus established all branches of government. I can therefore declare with confidence that Asgardia, the first space nation of the united humankind, has been born, Asher Bailey, a Russian engineer, said. He's a computer scientist as well as a businessman. Asgardia, named after Asgard, a world in the sky in Norse mythology, says its citizens now live in more than 200 countries, outnumbering the United Nations' 193 member states. Becoming a citizen online is free. It wants to attract 2% of the world's population that is most creative. Asked how that was working out so far, Asher Bailey said citizenship selection will continue. It might even involve IQ tests. Asher Bailey said he intends to have satellites providing internet access around the globe in 5 to 7 years, space arcs operating in 10 to 15, and finally to establish a permanent settlement on the moon within 25 years. Asked about Asgardia's funding in an interview, Asher Bailey referred to a citizenship fee of €100 a year. A spokeswoman later said this was just a proposal at this stage, and it is still entirely free to join Asgardia until anything has been formally approved by Parliament. It also plans to collect taxes on businesses and private income, which it says will be kept very low. For this early phase of Asgardian nationhood, I am primarily responsible for its financing, along with a number of other donors who are citizens of Asgardia, he said. So, who wants to move to the moon?
I do, but not with these people. I feel like they're going to do terrible things.
Oh, what, you don't trust us being able to sign up and live on the moon for free?
Yeah, I don't trust these people. There is an ulterior motive, and I am pretty sure that has to do, or is involved in some way with sacrificing people to Odin.
So,
Yeah, I see it.
in what way exactly?
I don't want to know. That's the part that worries me, because they're enticing me with this whole come live on the moon, and I'm like, I fucking want to. Come join Asgardia. I'm not so sure. Not with that name.
Trying.
As cool as that does sound, I am a little worried that you might be taking, human sacrifice to a whole new level.
What if the human sacrifices aren't actually part of Asgardia?
What if that's just the fun part? I mean,
Yeah.
Human sacrifice, it's a good way to spend a Saturday afternoon.
Like it's not mandatory. It is optional.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Well, I think me, Rob, and Antoine Ision need to make a trip there.
Are you
love
trying to get
Brachus.
yourself killed?
I love you so much, Brachus.
Antoine, I have no part of this whole thing that they've come up with. Please don't kill me.
Who?
Antoine.
I don't know who you're referring to.
Yeah. We only know we know a guy with.
I know
kind
an
of a ceiling.
Antoine Ision,
Yeah,
but
we know an
if,
Antoine Ision.
so if you say Antoine, it just goes right over my head. I just don't know who the hell you're talking about.
Ishtar, can we just claim that we do the honesty thing, that we're not a part of this and these two can get killed?
Oh, don't worry, Ren. I have already made note that you have not encouraged this heresy.
I have DMs from tonight from Ishtar congratulating me on my excellent trolling of Antoine Ision.
The hell you
And
do! Don't
I
you
will-
drag this
I
in.
will
drag me into
drop them into public on a moment's notice.
And I have screenshots of Ren congratulating me for continuing the troll of Antoine Ision.
this. They are trying to get us killed,
They
Ren.
are.
It's
And,
just
and we're the best parts of the show.
We're the ones with the tits.
I will drop
Exactly.
those DMs, Antoine Sion. I swear to God, like they exist. They're not just made up on the spot,
Uh-huh.
just to fuck with her.
We don't
At
believe
all.
you. We don't believe you.
I mean, you know,
And we all know that DMs are impossible to fake.
they are.
Uh-huh.
They're impossible to fake. There is no app or program out there that can actually forge DMs for anyone. This is a very
Mhm.
real thing.
Oh, Sinatra's in the chat saying we're gay. Thanks, buddy.
Ah.
We
So-
appreciate that.
Gets me
Oh,
right
right.
where I live.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
I was just thinking that.
All right. Well, I think we've had enough fun for one night. We're going to go ahead and close this up. As for the eventual Best of Florida Man stream, I will get together with Rob. We will figure out a time, a day, and we will announce it a few days ahead of time and everything like that. Whether Schmeckel wants this or not, it is happening. That's just how it's going to go.
Yes, we will destroy Brockus.
Yeah.
It will happen.
I think the audience deserves this. All right, so we talked about Space Kingdoms, one of which I am very curious and weary of. We've talked about a crazy bitch going 70 plus miles an hour down the fucking freeway, swerving in and out of lanes just to actually try to possibly kill her fucking
Baby
honestly,
daddy.
now ex. We talked about the electric slide and why I got fucking mad at that because god damn it, stop making things that aren't real.
There's a restart there.
And so much other insanity from tonight. Good God. Well, tonight, of course, my co-hosts were Ren from Renelations / Shitlords Anonymous. Ishtar, she has her own Twitch stream where she plays video games, talks shit, and sometimes, makes fun of Antoine Sion.
That's actually becoming a regular thing, whether he likes it or not.
And then, of course, we have Rob from Mistaken Lunatics, where him and Mocha watch a bunch of crazy shit. They don't just talk about it, they watch it on screen and make me question my sanity.
And Sherman says hashtag Brockstar.
That's fine, I don't care.
Yeah, I know that's nothing. That's nothing compared to the magic that is Antoine Sion.
Yeah, hashtag
You're
Antoine
a dead man.
Sion.
I
think
am
we-
not a trap, Dan.
I highly doubt that Ishtar is a trap.
We got two guys living in the house that can they can have a vote here and confirm that I am all female.
One of them can 100% confirm. The other one
This is
has
true.
probably accidentally seen enough evidence to prove that she's not a trap.
Oh, Sinatra says you're a trap. It's your word against his. I've known Sinatra longer. I'm going to have to go with him.
I don't know.
Annie's saying that Rob's a trap.
Rob is a trap. He's a fucking
Yeah,
That's
totally.
never been a fucking secret.
yeah. Rob's a trap. All right. Anyways, I have been your host for the night. This has been the Cunt News Network, CNN. Good night, cunts, and get the fuck.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye bye.